Good evening and welcome to Collinsville High School Gymnasium. I'm Casey Price, joined alongside by Missy DeLozier, where tonight the Skytook Bulldogs have made the short trip over to Collinsville for the second matchup of the season between these two big rivalry schools. What type of game do you look forward to seeing tonight, Missy?
It's going to be a great game. Skytook's always a big rivalry. It doesn't matter what sport it is. It's always a great matchup. The last time the Lady Cards played, they played in Skytook and beat them 51-39. Didn't have a huge separation in the score the whole game. It was a pretty tight game throughout. So it's just always a good matchup. But I hope that our Lady Cards, they've really been playing well together lately. We've had a pretty good run in our conference games, only having one conference loss so far, which was the very first game of the season against Claremore. So Lady Cards have been playing like a real team and working together and getting things done.
Getting better as the season gets into really the beef of the season, the right time to be putting everything together. I believe we're going to go into the national anthem here shortly, which we'll join in on, and after that we'll have the starting lineups.
A moment of silence for the Skytook student, Larissa Fraley, and her grandmother, Esther Crystal, who tragically lost her life this week in a domestic violence incident. Thank you. If you would like to donate to the family, you can go to the RCB Bank Skytook website and click on donations. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave birth with a night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of brave.
All right, that was Collinsville's very own Bob Humble with the national anthem. Had a very appropriate moment of silence there as well for the recent victims of a tragedy in Skytook. And with the starting lineups, we'll start on the Skytook side as they are the visitors this evening. We begin with number 10, a sophomore, Charity Burdette. Number 11, Michaela Schulenberger. She's a sophomore as well. Kendall Schultz, number 15, she's a freshman. Believe she'll run point guard tonight. And number 21, Courtney Linscomb, senior. And fellow senior, Madison Stuckey, number 25 for the Skytook Bulldogs. So it's showing some balance there as far as what they have in age and youth on that starting lineup. One freshman, right. Two seniors, a sophomore. Lady Cardinals also start one sophomore, freshman in Mallory Vaughn. The remainder of the starters are all juniors, so
All
a lot to
juniors.
look
The
forward
team-
to in the future
right.
for the Lady
The
Cardinals.
Lady Cards are made up of 5 juniors and 8 freshmen, so young team pretty much.
Nothing else in between.
Uh,
Starting at guard, number 11, Sawyer Salisbury. Number 12, starting at guard also. What's Taylor's last name? Odell. Taylor Odell. I was drawing a blank. You got sophomore 21, three-point shooting extraordinaire Dakota Jefferson. Maddie Vaughn at the forward position. And then the freshman, the diaper dandy, Mallory Vaughn. The Cardinals are coached this year by the legend himself, Mark Campbell. His assistants are Rhonda Rogers and Susie Vaughn. We're about ready to get this thing underway. Big rivalry game, and the Collinsville student body has really shown up in force. Very rarely do you get to the beginning of a girls' game and that many students
Right.
are already in the student
They're
section.
pretty excited. We had an exciting JV boys game right before this that went into double overtime and then sudden death. So it was the excitement started early.
Which we should note, the Collinsville won on a offensive rebound put back by Sam West.
Mallory
Vaughn wins
Vaughn.
the tip-off back to Odell. And they go for the immediate lob back to Mallory Vaughn. Shoots over the top of her opponent, misses. Rebound goes to Skytook. Fast break is on for the Bulldogs. Nowhere to go with it. Shot goes up. Offensive rebound pulled down by Schollenberger. She attempts the shot, and ball be out of bounds, but rewarded to the Bulldogs. Showing a lot of aggressiveness on the offensive boards early there.
Right.
And that may be one strength that they may have on Collinsville is their strength. The freshman, Kendall Schultz, with an early three-pointer to put the Bulldogs up. She was hitting them in warm-ups, too. Cardinals have the high-low set up for their post players,
To
the
Mallory
Vaughn
Vaughn.
sisters.
She just barely misses that.
Another rebound there for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs going with a 5-out set. They're just going to dive and set down screens here and move the ball around as they don't have a true post player. Oh, nice backdoor pass, but the shot is missed by Schollenberger, and Mallory Vaughn secures the rebound. Odell brings the ball up. She's going to kick it to Dakota Jefferson on the right, in looking for that high post again. Maddie Vaughn with the left hand, no
Just barely
good.
misses.
That's 3 shots now from that left side of the court that the 2 post players for Collinsville have had attempts at. Nice looks. Getting that good looks early, you got to think that eventually you're going to be able to knock those down.
Right.
Skytook again looking for that backdoor action. Courtney Linscomb with the drive. Tried the hook shot, missed it.
Misses that.
That's going to be Collinsville basketball after it was last tipped by the Bulldogs. Another advantage for Skytook of spreading the floor like that is getting the shot blocker, Mallory Vaughn, out on the perimeter in defense and being able to attack with your other players.
Right.
The center when the shot blocker's not there to be a factor. And they just brought in another guard, so they subbed in Amber Bearden, who's a freshman. Cardinals working the ball around the perimeter. Vaughn sets the high pick for Odell. She passes back to Vaughn. Salisbury with the 3 attempt. Man, just missing, not on point so
Cardinals
far.
just not making good shots right now.
Schultz looking for someone to pass to, finds Linscomb. Vaughn's giving her a big cushion. Mallory Vaughn's basically playing her own little zone there as she doesn't have to respect Linscomb from that far out.
Great.
Oh, man.
They're going to call a foul on Mallory on that. Got
That'll
a little
send-
bit too much of her arm.
And that'll send Michaela Schollenberger, the sophomore, to the free throw line. Coach Campbell going to have a word here with Vaughn. probably like, if I was him, I'd like what I saw. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure that's a coaching point.
Right.
If she's on Lincecum out of the three,
Yeah.
just sink in.
Mallory has got into foul trouble a couple of times this year, where she has ended up with 4 fouls in one game. She did foul out, so definitely don't want to get her in foul trouble this early in the game. Probably just kind of talking to her about that.
Skiatook with the 1-2-2 press here. Collinsville taking their time, eyeing it. Dakota
Oh,
Jefferson
look at
hits
that.
the wide open Mallory Vaughn, who sets her
And
feet,
just-
misses another block shot, gets a rebound, another rebound, and finally,
On the third attempt, finally makes the shot.
if at first you don't succeed, try again. And Mallory Vaughn finally gets some points on the scoreboard for the Lady Cardinals. Lincecum's dead ball here, and
They're
she
going to call
traveled.
her. Barely, but she did.
And I can tell you from experience, when you're on offense and your defender doesn't guard you, it messes with your head. It really confuses you about what you're supposed to do within the offense.
Right.
And that was a little bit of what Lincecum showed there. And she's on the bench now. Number 10, Charity Burdett, checks back into the game for the Bulldogs.
Taylor Odell makes a nice basket.
Nice little jumper running off the screen there by the sophomore Odell, who's been such a welcome addition to this Collinsville team. Moved in
Great
this
block
season.
shot by Mallory just now. Yes, we're really glad that Taylor came here. She's been a great addition. She's racked up a lot of points for the Cardinals and is definitely doing her job.
And Collinsville trying to get her started now as they run her off the double screens on the baseline. Looks for that jumper in the same spot. This time just bounces out. Rebound goes to Burdett. And Skiatook's going to call a quick timeout here with 3 minutes, 52 seconds in the first quarter. Score tied up 4-4. Seems like Collinsville's had a lot more shot selection, just haven't been able to capitalize.
Yeah, they've kind of had that the last few games. It seems like they've had some shots kind of miss at the beginning. They always come together. They're a really good second half team, normally with their shots, so hopefully they'll get those falling. Looks like Brittany Kickapoo might be checking in for the Lady Cardinals now. She is a freshman, getting some varsity time.
And it seems to me like Kickapoo plays so well with Vaughn.
She does. You can definitely tell when any of the freshmen do go in, they're so comfortable playing with Mallory because they've played with her for years.
And, of course, I say that, and she checks in for Mallory, so she'll be playing with
Right.
Maddie Vaughn. But it is kind of – it almost seems like when Kickapoo's in, she and Mallory have more
They
of
kind of
a –
mesh, yes.
yeah, than
definitely.
even Maddie and
Right.
their sisters. But it makes sense because they've been playing together
Yes.
for so long. Maddie, being 2 years older, is in a different AAU division than Mallory.
Right.
Good defense there by the Lady Cardinals, and Salisbury knocks the ball out of bounds. As Skiatook was flirting with the 5-second call there. Again, struggling to get it in, and Salisbury is going to be called for the foul as she was kind of reaching over the back there of senior Madison Stuckey for the Bulldogs. That's 2 fouls for the Cardinals in the first half. Schollenberger for 3 off the inbounds and didn't get anything there, so it'll be Cardinal ball. They're going to set up their 1-2-2, though. Cardinals going to rearrange with what they want to do on their press breaker, getting Dakota Jefferson up to the top, along with Salisbury and Odell in the middle. Odell really works as the point guard usually for this unit. She takes the ball right up the middle, passes to Maddie Vaughn, left hand off
Nice
the block.
basket.
Got it to go. So the Cardinals take a 6-4 lead after the timeout by Skiatook. Schollenberger with a nice post-up.
Oh.
Kickapoo tried to draw the offensive foul.
Didn't draw it, but it did
Affect the shot,
affect her
certainly.
shot, definitely. So
Mallory,
it worked.
Maddie Vaughn, with the rebound. And here we go with Odell going to be running off those double screens. She's guarded by the freshman, number 15, Schultz. That ball out of bounds goes back to the Cardinals. And
Mallory
Schultz
Vaughn
a really
checks
good
back
player.
into the game for
she's
Brittany
an athletic
Kickapoo.
kid. Odell quick with the trigger, misses the three. Rebound by Stuckey. Bulldogs again with that 5-out trapping this time from the Cardinals. There's a man open at the basket.
They're going to call her for traveling. Great defense by the Lady Cards there, trapping her there where she couldn't even make a move.
No, she couldn't see, and there's a
The
person
Cardinals
right
have
in front of the
really
basket.
worked on that a lot in practice, trapping, and it's paying off. They've
gonna
done
be-
that a lot.
It's going to be hard to pass to anyone when you got Mallory Vaughn up in your grill.
Right.
So Odell sets the offense. Back screen for Mallory.
Great,
Nice pass
great
there by
move.
Sawyer, and a nice play call by Coach Campbell. You can't mistake great coaching, and that was just a really nice call.
That was great.
Lady Cardinals again in that defense. See if they look to trap on the corners again. Schollenberger puts her head down, misses the shot. Vaughn with another rebound. Maddie Vaughn's been on the glass a lot down here on the defensive end. Looks like Skytook has gone to his own, which I'm sure, and you probably know better than I do, most teams have done against the Lady Cards this year with a 6'4" post player. That's just really the best way you can defend a
Right.
dominant post. Nice
Great
pass.
pass by Sawyer and to Maddie Vaughn for 2.
And that gives Maddie 4 points. She, along with Mallory, leading all scorers, both with 4 points at this juncture. It scores 10-4. Schultz looking to drive. Burdette kicks it around the corner. And Skytook really looking to generate some offense
rebound
off
by
of
Taylor Odell.
penetration.
Yeah.
Last minute here of the quarter. Ooh,
Just
that was,
off the tip of
yeah.
Sawyer.
Stuckey checking back in for the Bulldogs for the freshman Amber Bearden. Collinsville staying with their man-to-man defense. And Maddie Vaughn gets the steal there. 35 seconds to go. See if the Cardinals hold it for a last shot. Down to 20 seconds. Skip pass to Dakota Jefferson. She'll take that all day. Rims in and out. Mallory Vaughn sets her feet for the jumper, misses. Sawyer Salisbury with another
Finally
rebound,
puts
gets
it
it to
in.
go.
Skytook will be lucky to get down and get a good shot off on this.
Stuckey pulls up for 3, no good. So the Cardinals finish the quarter, with a 12-4 lead. We'll take a quick commercial break and be back for the second.
Drive down Route 66 and see the Meltons.
Well, ain't that something?
It's here, where the entire Melton family changed the negative dealership drama.
Forever.
This is the showroom. Yep, that's a pool table.
These are the salespeople. Yep, there are none.
Unlocked cars? Yep, even on Sundays. Granddad paid off the building. Yep, we sell cars for fun.
Translation, car buying can be a negative experience, so we changed it. You're welcome.
Melton Sales on Route 66 in Claremore. Jump on it.
Can I get a ham and Swiss sandwich with extra cheese, please?
Quarter has begun. What'd you see out of the first quarter that you thought was good from the Cardinals?
I think just
Nice block
started
there.
to, it seems like the end of that period, they really started start making their shots and making good passes and get in the groove. Took them a little bit, but
Yeah, and like I mentioned earlier, if you're getting the kind of looks they were getting, good looks at the basket from pretty close range, you got to like your odds of hitting those as the game goes on.
Brittany Kickapoo checked in the game again for Mallory Vaughn, giving her a little rest. Mallory doesn't get a lot of rest during the games. She very, very seldom ever comes out.
Shot goes up there by Burdett. She misses, but Lincecum pulls the offensive board. Kicks it out to Stuckey, who might have got away with the travel there. Kicks it back over to Schultz. Pops the three, misses. And this time Kickapoo blocks Lincecum out and gets the rebound. And that's a heavy-duty matchup there for Kickapoo because Courtney Lincecum is a very strong girl. That's why she's already got probably 3 offensive rebounds in this game.
Right.
Bulldogs showing that 1-3-1 zone here. Cardinals content to work it around the perimeter as Salisbury pops into that high post area. Going to look for a weakness in the zone. And Coach Campbell going to call a timeout here and talk about what he wants to do on offense against that zone, especially while Mallory Vaughn is out. Kind of changes what you might want to do. I wonder how many 1-3-1 zones the Cardinals have seen this year. Traditionally, if a team has a great post player or a big post player like the Cardinals do, teams will play that 2-3 to really pack it in. The problem is Collinsville has really good three-point shooters in Dakota Jefferson, Taylor Odell, and Sawyer Salisbury, which with a 2-3, you really leave them open. So the 1-3-1, obviously, it hasn't given up very many three-pointers. I think Jefferson's taken one, and I don't know if anybody else has attempted one.
She was pretty hot the other night on her three-pointers, but besides that, they've kind of not been falling, not just for her, but for all of them.
Turnover there by Jefferson. Schulenberger gets the steal.
In the game against Pryor the other night, she was making some.
Skytook again really looking to use dribble penetration to generate some offense in this 5-out look. And that's going to be a carry against the sophomore, Charity Burdett. Turnover for the Bulldogs.
Mallory Vaughn back in for the Cardinals.
And he's really getting her in and out.
He doesn't normally. I'm thinking he's telling her some things.
Yeah.
He's probably pulling her out to talk to her because he doesn't normally pull her out that often.
Well, and I've noticed he's subbing her in on offensive possessions every time he can. Subbing her out when he's got a defensive possession. Subbing her back in just like that on an offense. Odell kicks it to Jefferson inside to Mallory Vaughn. Back out now. Odell's going to have to reset the offense. Tries to penetrate and draws a foul against Schulenberger. I believe that's her second foul. No, excuse me, that's her first.
And that is only Skytook's first team foul of the half. Not a lot of fouling going on either side.
Jefferson eyed the three. She thought about it. Odell penetrates, kicks it back to Jefferson. Inside to Maddie Vaughn. Good ball movement here by the Lady Cardinals as they work around the zone. That's how you beat one. Odell with a little penetration baseline. That shot's no good. Off the backboard, and Skytook will have it. Have to be patient when you're working against those zones. The ball movement was really good there. You could try and penetrate in gaps, but the best thing you can do against a zone is be patient and wait for it to break down. Bearden handles the ball here for Skytook, looks for someone to pass to. She cuts after the pass to Lincecum. Schultz has Odell guarding her. Breaks away from the defense with a runner, gets her own board. Stuckey gets a shot, and she puts it in. So Skytook now trails by 6. Just under 5 to go in the half. And really, Skytook's best offense has been offensive rebounds so far this evening. The shots they've been able to get aren't very good shots, other than when they get an offensive board.
Taylor Odell's going to attempt
that
a
was
three.
a deep three,
that
too.
Was great.
Nice job there by Odell to answer the Skytook basket and hopefully not let the Bulldogs get any momentum. Schultz setting the offense here for the Bulldogs. She cuts, skip across to Burdett. And hard to shoot over Mallory Vaughn. That one didn't
There was
even get
three
close.
of them right in her face.
And this is just a totally different look of Cardinal team compared to last year with the Kirby twins. Really a fast-paced game, lots of steals and baskets in the full court. And this year, really a lot of it has to do with the defenses run against you.
Right.
When people run a zone against you, like I talk about, you've got to be deliberate. You have to move the ball around so much. So it's a slower-paced game this season for the Lady Cardinals.
Dakota Jefferson at the line. She got fouled. This is the first shooting foul we've had tonight.
She missed the first in, and Caroline
Salee will check in for
Checks in.
Taylor Odell. Coach
Yeah.
Campbell usually uses the free throws for kind of a timeout session. He doesn't have his girls up on the line during free throws normally.
Salee guarding Schollenberger. Good help defense there by the Cardinals. Stuckey shoots a three. No backside rebounding for the Cardinals, and Jefferson will pick up a foul there while number 3, the shortest girl in the building, Amber Burdin, gets the offensive rebound. She puts the first one in. And again, they're scoring off offensive rebounds.
Right.
This free
Missed
throw
that
no
one.
good.
Good rebound by Mallory.
See if the Lady Cardinals run a set here. They bring Maddie Vaughn out. They do. They skip pass over to Caroline Salee, and
Nice
she
basket.
hits the jumper. Again, another set play, and it was off of a timeout-like situation. He probably told them that's what they were going to run on their next possession while Jefferson was shooting the free throw.
Right.
Once again, really good coaching there by Coach Campbell. Backside, nice pass there by Linscomb. The shot was missed by Burdett. Scrappy girl gets a steal back from Vaughn and throws it off of Sawyer Salisbury. So Skytook will have the ball here out of the timeout called by Skytook. 17-7 is the score. Collinsville ahead by 10. Maddie and Mallory Vaughn both have 4 for the Lady Cardinals. Caroline Salee, Sawyer Salisbury have 2, and Taylor Odell, I believe, has 5. She hit a nice deep triple and had a jumper off a screen early in the game. Very proud of all the Collinsville students. I don't know that I've been to a game, a girls'
They're
game
all
where
standing up.
where they're already here at this point. And yeah, but the Lady Cardinals are giving them something to be loud and cheer about.
They're definitely exciting to watch. They've drawn a crowd this year, I think. Well, and they have in the past too. The girls are always fun to watch.
Yeah, and came off a great season last year,
Right.
the best season they've had since they've been in 5A, making it.
We had a
all the
great
way
show
to
of
the state
support when they
tournament.
made it to the state tournament. We had a big crowd there, and it was nice to see.
Courtney Linscomb, that's Burdett, off the inbounds. Nice play there by the Bulldogs. She gets her first bucket of the evening. One opportunity to get an inside easy look while Mallory Vaughn was guarding the inbounds. Cardinals looking for that skip pass again. It was there.
She just couldn't quite get in there.
Lady Cards working the ball around, using those posts to flash in and out. You have to be patient, have to look for him, and that's a turnover by Salisbury. Lincecum with the steal. Schollenberger with a skip to Lincecum.
And she's going to turn it over herself right through the legs of number 10.
Schultz going to check back in for the Bulldogs. She's been out for a couple minutes. She's going to give Burdett a quick rest. Salisbury kicks into Vaughn, who's double teamed, and you know what? She makes the basket anyway. A nice lob pass there by Sawyer Salisbury. Cardinals get the lead back to 10. Trap here by the Cards. Bearden gets around it quite easily, but a bad pass is going to result in a jump ball, and it'll be rewarded to the Cardinals. Good job there to recover after the penetration.
Right, yes.
2 subs there for the Cards as Odell and Kickapoo check back in for Maddie Vaughn and Caroline Salee. Odell with the baseline jumper, and she hits it. Nice shot there by Taylor Odell. You can tell she likes those jumpers on the baseline, curving in off the screens. Senior Stuckey with the ball. She's going to get in a trap here by Kickapoo and Salisbury. Ball's loose. Going to be another jump ball for the Cardinals. This
Great
one will go to
defense by
Skytook.
the Lady Cardinals there.
I'll tell you why that can be important, because Collinsville will now get the ball back, assuming there's no more jump balls in the half. They'll get the ball to begin the second half, and when you've got a coach like Campbell who calls a lot of set plays at the beginning of halves and at the end of quarters and whatnot, they might score immediately to begin the half. Schultz looks to penetrate. Mallory Vaughn in her way. She shoots another runner, doesn't go. Odell with the rebound. 15 seconds.
Lady Cards are going to go for the last shot of the half.
Mallory Vaughn sets the high pick. Look for her to roll. Kickapoo with the ball. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. She puts it up. No good. Nice to see Kickapoo with some awareness of the clock, though, and getting a shot up. That's a good sign from a freshman to have that awareness. So the end of the first half, Lady Cardinals lead 21-9. We'll take a quick break and come back with some halftime.
Drive down Route 66 and see the Meltons.
Well, ain't that something?
It's here, where the entire Melton family changed the negative dealership drama.
Forever.
This is the showroom. Yep, that's a pool table.
These are the salespeople. Yep, there are none.
Unlocked cars? Yep, even on Sundays. Granddad paid off the building. Yep, we sell cars for fun.
Translation, car buying can be a negative experience, so we changed it. You're welcome.
Melton Sales on Route 66 in Claremore. Jump on it.
Can I get a ham and Swiss sandwich with extra cheese, please?
All right, back here at Collinsville High School Gymnasium, where the Lady Cardinals lead the Skytook Bulldogs 21-9. Want to break down some of the things from that half, or talk about some of the recap from the season?
Yes, well, in the half, Taylor Adele ended up with 7 points. In the half, of Mallory Vaughn 6. Maddie had 4, and Sawyer and Caroline both had 2 points. I have some season stats as of this week. Taylor Odell leads the team in total points with 248 and averages 15.5 points a game, but Mallory Vaughn is a very close second with only 2 points less, 246 points, and an average of 15.4 points a game. We have Taylor Odell shooting 83% from the line, Maddie Vaughn 74%, and Sawyer 71%. And then Mallory Vaughn's leading the team with blocks 53%, which is definitely something to be assumed that she would have a high number of blocks. Sawyer Salisbury leads the team in assists with 54, and then Taylor Odell is leading the team in steals with 48.
Wow, that's a lot of steals.
That's a lot. The Lady Cards have continued to improve with every game that they play. They had a kind of a disappointing prior tournament last week. Didn't do as well as expected. They lost their first 2 games, but they were very, very tough teams. Locust Grove and Adair. Of course, you know Adair is ranked number 1 in 3A. And so they did lose to those 2 teams, but they ended up beating Pryor for 5th place and had a good game. So they kind of had a good ending to the game. They beat them 66-47. And, of course, Pryor's a conference team also, so it's always nice to beat somebody in your conference. Looks like we're doing a 30-second shot, and this is Coach Stacy's daughter,
Abby Stacy.
Coach Stacy coached the girls basketball for several years. She gets 30 seconds to make a layup, a free throw, and a 3-point shot. She's made her layup and her free throw, and now she's trying for her 3-point shot.
Got time for
she has
one
about
more.
5 seconds left. 1 second on the clock. And she makes it! Great shot.
She kept it close there, right at the buzzer.
So she won $75 on that. You get
Wow.
$25 for each one that you make in the 30 seconds. The newly formed Cardinal Booster Club, the Girls Booster Club this year is new, and we've been trying some new things to kind of make the games halftime as exciting, and we've had some contests and stuff. They can buy a ticket to win the shots, and so it's kind of been fun.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. This is the first year I've really been to the games where I've not been in the locker room at halftime, so I don't know what the halftime used to be like, but I think it's fun to be able to watch this kind of stuff that entertains.
This is a new contest that we started at the last home game. The students can pay $1 and come down the court, and they can pay as many times as they want to pay $1, and they try to make a half court shot for a prize. I'm not sure what the prize is, but it's kind of fun.
Yeah, I remember they did this a lot at Northwestern when I was in college, just pay $1, and like you said, as
many times they want to pay $1, you can go down there and try it.
But it looks like
Logan
they've got a
Wilt is
rotation.
getting ready to try it.
Official Logan Wilt.
In his referee shirt. Logan decided not to call the game with me tonight because he wanted to sit in the student section since this was a big rivalry game. He wanted to be with his friends, so he almost made that half-court shot.
And, I think that's actually a good thing.
It
I
is.
mean, he's done, a good job being committed to this. This is a commitment for a high school kid. I think it says a lot about a kid to stay committed to it through the season, but I don't blame him at all for wanting to be in the stands, in the student body for this big rivalry matchup. That might go.
Oh, that was close. And this is a little money maker for the Booster Club. Make a little few extra dollars.
Looks like this will be the last shot. Tyler Hester way overshoots it. Lady Cardinals back on the court pretty early here. Just under 4 minutes remaining in halftime. And, yeah, that's a good little halftime event because they obviously could pull them off as quickly as they want to, too. They just come out, give $1. You can pull them off. Nobody loses money on the ordeal either. So you were talking about the scoring averages for the season, and Odell having 15.5 and Mallory Vaughn also averaging 15.5. And I just can't explain what a luxury that is to have
two players
giving
and
you 30 points
They have
a night.
been neck and neck this whole season. They're not competitive at all with each other, but they just work together so well. And normally you would just have kind of one player that stands out as the high points, but we have two, and it's just been a great addition to the team. Bringing Mallory in as a freshman and then having Taylor come in new has really helped.
And having a guard/post combo as well to do it. But the 30 points a night, that's a big deal. I mean, they talk about all the time in the NBA what guys that combo together. For example, Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant, they talk about the fact that those guys give you 50 points a night, every night.
Right.
So the rest of the team has to pick up, you're talking about 7 to 8 other guys that pick up the remaining 40 to 50 you need to win a game in the NBA. Well, in high school girls basketball, 45 points can win a game.
Right.
So you're talking about, the remaining, 5 girls that we play? Because we play about 7. The remaining 5 picking up the other 10, 15 points you need to win a game. That's huge.
Well, and then you have Sawyer that is leading the team with assists, which is to be expected, and she's not getting a lot of points on her own, but, that's just as important, getting down there, making good passes, and getting the ball to Mallory when they can, and Taylor shooting those outside shots. That's really what has helped to improve this team. I can see a big difference. They're playing so much better together as a team, and they just are starting to know each other and know where the player's going to be when they need them to, and making those plays.
Yeah, and that's big because this team did not play together last year. We've got the juniors that played together, but the freshman unit hasn't played with this team.
Right.
We mentioned there's no sophomores, there's no seniors. So you've got a junior unit that's played together. They're cohesive, but you add in the Odell.
Sawyer and Maddie were the only two that got any starting time last year.
Yeah.
So, as far as coming in and being a starter, it is a new team.
Yeah.
I mean,
so they really it is expected when you're throwing girls in for the first time together, that like this year, to have a little bit of growing pains, to need some time to develop, to be the team that they are. But what's going to be really fun, and not to discredit what's going to happen with the remainder of this year, because I'm sure these girls have high expectations for the playoffs this season. But I think next year will be a lot of fun, too. It'll be their second year together. They'll have the whole summer together. They didn't have Coach Campbell this summer either.
They did not. In fact, they did not get to be a team and practice together until late in October. Most of this team, a lot of this team are softball players, and they made it to the state tournament this year, so they played a late season, and they didn't get them all, and then volleyball also. Yeah. Playing. Some of these girls are volleyball. Mallory plays volleyball. So they didn't. I mean, Coach Campbell said it was it was cool because they went from only having about 5 girls to doubling their team in one day.
Yeah.
Coming back, and being able to do scrimmages against each other, and actually having full practices.
Yeah, and it'll be like that next year at the beginning of the school year, but they'll have the whole summer to work together.
But they'll have the summer, and they've had, and they've got to know each other, so it's...
Skytook staying with the 1-3-1, which is interesting with the deficit that they have. Collinsville could theoretically sit the ball out in a corner and could sit on this game for the remaining 16 minutes and let Skytook sit in this zone and would win the game, which I have actually, my freshman year at Grove, Stigler won the state tournament doing something very similar to that. If they got a lead, their keep-away game was so good, they would just stall the entire game.
Lady Cards haven't done a lot of stalling this year. Coach Campbell likes to just keep his offense moving and running his plays.
Well, and please, don't mistake me. I'm very thankful they're not stalling 16 minutes ago, because in a rivalry game, everybody would be asleep up there in the stands. You don't want to do that to your fan base. I'm just saying if they wanted to pull them out of the zone, I don't know if that would probably work. But they get to get in the press here because they made a basket. Sawyer Salisbury gets trapped, and she's in trouble. This is going to be close to a 10-second call unless Coach Campbell calls a timeout, which he does.
He did. That was a great timeout to call because they were just about to lose that.
So the Cardinals will kind of get to reset their press break, as the Bulldogs will, I'm sure, reset their press. And that's been really the main thing that they've been able to have success on, is when they get an offensive rebound, that's where they've scored the majority of their buckets. and then setting up that press, which the Cardinals, I don't think, have had much trouble with it so far tonight. I think that was the first time they were in danger of turning the ball over.
Right.
So the 1-2-2 in place. Deep pass this time to begin. Mallory Vaughn catches it, gets it to the middle of Taylor Odell, which is where you want to get the ball against his zone. And the presses broke that easily. Three girls in the paint at all times for Skytook here. Lob pass to Vaughn. That was a good pass there by Jefferson.
Oh, great defense, or great offensive move there. Trying to keep that ball in by Taylor Odell, just couldn't quite. Just stepped right over the line, but that was a great try.
That is such a hard skill to learn as a post player, is catching that lob. Good post players make it look so much easier than it really is. Schollenberger misses a layup. Salisbury gets the rebound, kicks it early to Odell. And good transition defense. Yeah, there by the Bulldogs to prevent the fast break for Collinsville. And
Taylor looked like she was going to take it in herself, but just didn't like the looks of it.
Yeah, they got back quickly there. Skip to Jefferson.
She's going to try their three and just not make it.
Nice offensive rebound by Sawyer Salisbury.
And Mallory was wide open, just barely overthrew her.
Burdett struggles with the handle there, but kicks it over to Schollenberger. Now Schultz got it, looking to set the offense. Trap early by the Cardinals. Nearly a turn. Oh, my goodness. I don't know about that call, as Burdett apparently draws the foul. Now, Salisbury, she's a strong girl, but she did appear to be straight up and down there.
It did look like.
Has Schultz been with Skytook all along? I mean, she's Riley and them's age,
yes,
right? Has she
yes.
been there?
I believe she has.
She's a good player. Bearden attempts the three, nearly goes in, but pops out. Stuckey with the offensive rebound. Skytook looking for some sort of weakness here that they can exploit in the Lady Cardinal defense. Bearden tries another three, and that's the danger. Mallory Vaughn's guarding her now instead of Lincecum, and she's going to have to come out on those three-point attempts, obviously. Good job there by the Lady Cardinals, getting the ball back to the middle of the court, and a foul's drawn on
number 11,
Michaela Schollenberger. So each team now has one foul in the half. Cardinals lead 21-14. So Skytook has improved the score here. Now they're only down by 7. They were down by 12 at half.
Mallory having quite the shoving match with number 25 out there. Oh, and she falls. And Mallory goes in for an easy bucket. I don't mean to laugh about that, but she was trying to draw a foul and just fell.
Skytook coach, he called the timeout just to complain to the officials about that.
He was thinking, but it wasn't a foul. She just fell.
And I didn't see it.
She was behind her, and
I did see her fall earlier.
She was trying
to draw a foul.
She was trying. I think she was trying to maybe dramatize it just a little bit. I tell you, they didn't have such a good prior tournament. They did have some heartbreaking losses, but Coach Campbell used that as a really good learning experience for them because they came back, they watched film, and really looked at some things that they did wrong against those. It was just a different kind of a game that they had to play against Adair.
Well, and Adair's been so good for so long.
The Locust Grove
They're
game,
no joke.
We didn't play up to our standards. I don't think we really probably should have won that game. Only losing by, I believe, 7 points. But came back. I think we were down by 22 at one time and then came back within 7. But the Adair game was just a totally different game.
The Lady Cardinals, their most recent game was also against a rival in Oologah that beat them 61-44. Ooh, Lady Cards showing the press here. First time we've seen this out of Lady Cardinals this evening. Skytook does a good job getting it to Schultz early. She misses a left-hand layup. Cardinals should have had that rebound. They didn't. And
They're going to say that was off Mallory,
But I believe
Vaughn.
it looked like it was right off Stuckey to
It looked
me.
like she was holding back to try to keep it from hitting her.
Courtney Lincecum checks in for Stuckey, who gets a high five from her head coach. Maddie Vaughn guarding Lincecum. Ball inbounded to
They're going to
Schollenberger.
call Dakota Jefferson on that foul for a reach, I believe.
That's Dakota's second foul. Really knock on wood here, but no Cardinals in foul trouble at this point of the game. Schollenberger misses the front end of the attempts. Gets the second one, so Bulldogs have time to set up their press. Dakota gets it right to Odell, right in the middle. She's going to bring it up the court. And if Skytook isn't able to prevent the ball from going to the middle, their press isn't going to be that effective. Lady Card's doing a good job so far of getting it to the middle of the floor where it's just been broken pretty easily. Jefferson's got a count going there, or excuse me, Salisbury. Odell running the baseline here against the 1-3-1 and a
Courtney
turnover.
Lincecum
Oh!
gets that steal, and then Taylor Odell takes it right back and then gets fouled, so she's going to go to the line and shoot two. It was a great move by Odell.
Yeah, really a nice job of staying
Courtney
with the play.
Lincecum was really doing some shoving on Mallory to keep her from getting that ball. Taylor Odell doesn't miss very many free throws at all. She's a really good shooter.
She gets them both, so the Lady Cardinals set up their press once again. They're strictly man-to-man on the press. Inbound
Haven't
goes
had
to
a lot
Lincecum.
of shooting fouls tonight. We've only had a few.
Skytook breaks the press again. Bearden shoots another three. She's left-handed. Schollenberger gets the rebound. Now Schultz tries one, and she nails it. Hangs her hand in the air for a while on the make. Ball gets to the middle there to Odell. And Schultz tips it. Skytook gets their first steal. And Mallory
Mallory's going to
Vaughn.
get called. That's going to be Mallory's second foul, third team foul for the Lady Cardinals.
So the Lady Cardinals now lead by 7. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Gonna have to guard the three-point line here. Maddie Vaughn guarding Bearden, the freshman that's not very tall.
Great steal by Dakota, but then just throws it away.
Schultz tries to use a screen, dribbles left, kicks to Lincecum. Schultz again with the ball, guarded by Odell. Nice matchup there of the two guards, and the Cardinals trap Schultz. She tries to skip pass, and it's stolen by Mallory Vaughn and the Cardinals. Taylor Odell going to lead a fast break. It's a 2-on-3, not in her favor, but she scores anyway.
She goes right in between them.
Nobody stopped the ball. Smart job there by Odell to get all the way to the hole. Schollenberger goes up, attempts two, and Dakota Jefferson picks up her third foul there. She's got two pretty quickly here in this quarter. Schollenberger will go back to the free throw line. Schollenberger hits the first free throw. Stuckey checks back in for the Bulldogs, and Caroline Salee checks in for the Lady Cardinals. She's going to substitute in for Dakota Jefferson, who, like I mentioned, has picked up her third foul. Schollenberger hits the second one. Sawyer Salisbury will inbound. She can run the baseline to get the ball in here. She gets it to Odell. Passes to Maddie Vaughn. Over to Salee. She's got a 2-on-1. Decides not to take it. Backs it out. Lady Cardinals going to run their offense here. Waiting for Odell to run the baselines. No pressure by the Bulldog defense. Lady Cardinals have a 7-point lead. And like I said, against this defense, if they don't put pressure on you, you've got a 7-point lead. Skytook coach is content with it, apparently, so you might put on your, what's the vision thing that covers your eyes so you can take your nap in the light? I don't know what that's called. Your mask. Everybody get ready to take a nap before the fourth quarter begins because the Lady Cardinals are going to hold the ball. And really, I think this is a poor decision by Skytook because I think they have a little momentum right now. And they're just going to sit here and wait. Doesn't seem like the right call. Ooh, big block there by Stuckey on Maddie Vaughn. Skytook trying to get a fast break. Oh, my, walk! Okay.
They are going to call that a walk, I was going to say.
I was like, holy triple steps, Batman. So a turnover by Skytook. She was excited there. She knew she needed to take that three. She was a little further out from three-point line than she wanted to be. Adele trying to beat the press with the dribble.
A little tip, but still gets it to Maddie.
Caroline Salee kicks it back out to Odell. 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Odell penetrates, kicks to Salisbury. Back over to Salee. Down to 20 seconds. Maddie Vaughn setting a screen on the baseline for Odell. Bearden's defending. And now the Bulldogs are in man-to-man defense. Caroline Salee beats her man, kicks to Odell. Ooh, almost had Mallory Vaughn there open. Salee dribbles baseline, nowhere to go with it. Tosses up to Maddie Vaughn, shoots it in. It doesn't go. So the Lady Cardinals into the quarter with a 7-point lead. We'll be back for the beginning of the fourth.
Drive down Route 66 and see the Meltons.
Well, ain't that something?
It's here, where the entire Melton family changed the negative dealership drama.
Forever.
This is a showroom. Yep, that's a pool table.
These are the salespeople. Yep, there are none.
Unlocked cars? Yep, even on Sundays. Granddad paid off the building. Yep, we sell cars for fun.
Translation, car buying can be a negative experience, so we changed it. You're welcome.
Melton Sales on Route 66 in Claremore. Jump on it.
Can I get a ham and Swiss sandwich with extra cheese, please?
Welcome back. Fourth quarter here in the big rivalry matchup between Skytook and Collinsville. Dakota Jefferson with a nice tip out of bounds there. She attempted the steal. Skytook gets the ball to begin the quarter. Lady Cardinals sticking in their man-to-man. Taylor Odell guarding the freshman Kendall Schultz. Sawyer Salisbury now on the freshman Amber Bearden. Skip pass to Schultz. She didn't really have much to do with it. Ball inside to Lincecum, and a nice right-handed hook shot there by the senior Courtney Lincecum. Worth noting, Courtney went to school at Collinsville until her sophomore season when she moved to Skytook. So now a 5-point game. Skytook's managed to claw and fight their way back into it. Collinsville had a 12-point lead at halftime. They're extending their defense now. Going to pressure the offense a bit. Salisbury has a count on her. Gives the ball up to Odell. She dribbles left, shoots a jumper from the middle, and she's got it. She's a really good jump shooter. Taylor Odell is. What a great addition to this team she's been, because she's able to score, and they graduated their best scorer in Shelby Kirby, so they needed somebody to come in that had that scoring mentality that she does.
Yes.
Good defense there by Maddie Vaughn on Stuckey. Stuckey with the up fake, shoots the three, misses it poorly. Courtney Lincecum gets her shot blocked by Mallory Vaughn. Mallory's got about, I don't know, a 8-inch advantage in that matchup. Schultz wants to penetrate. Schollenberger with the pick and roll. Bearden now with the ball on the right side. Stuckey again guarded by Vaughn, dribbles right. Good defense by Vaughn. Maddie Vaughn showing good perimeter defense. Skip pass. Schollenberger. And Bearden finally puts up a three. No good. Mallory Vaughn with the rebound. Good defensive possession there by the Lady Cardinals. And that possession took about 70 seconds off the clock. Lob pass into Mallory Vaughn. No good on the shot attempt. Taylor Odell gets the offensive rebound. It's going to be a jump ball. Lady Cardinals will have the possession arrow. That's a basket Mallory Vaughn really needs to put in, as it was a really nice pass by Sawyer Salisbury. Bearden checks out. Charity Burdett checks in for her. Bearden is a three-point threat, whereas Burdett really isn't. Lob pass to Mallory Vaughn. No good as the basket, but she will go to the free throw line. Foul was on number 25, the senior Madison Stuckey. It's Stuckey's second foul of the evening. And a good job there by Mallory Vaughn, puts both the baskets in. So the Lady Cardinals get to set up their press, and it's going to be a turnover. Sawyer Salisbury gets the steal off the Mallory Vaughn tip on the inbounds. Nice job there by the Lady Cardinals. They've got a 9-point lead, 5 minutes, 21 seconds to go in the quarter and the game. Maddie Vaughn at the high post, looks for her sister down low, didn't have it. Odell with the penetration, kicks to Mallory Vaughn, shoots the shot, in and out, rebound, Sawyer Salisbury, and she'll bring it out to reset the offense. Maddie Vaughn with the ball inside, penetrates left, lob pass to her sister! Oh, another in and out attempt for Mallory Vaughn. Doesn't get it to go, but it'll go to the free throw line. Good job there by the Lady Cardinals, getting a couple offensive rebounds and resetting their offense, taking even more time off the clock here in the fourth. Again, Vaughn gets another free throw. Good job by Vaughn. She's 4 for 4 here in the fourth quarter. Inbounds to Lincecum. Here comes the trap. She tries to kick low. Dakota Jefferson.
Great
Looking
steal
like
there
a
by Dakota
cornerback.
Jefferson. She saw that. That pass was too long.
Yep. Sawyer Salisbury here. Kicks to Jefferson, who has a poor decision there on the pass. And Sawyer
steal. They're just back and forth.
Yeah. Skytook's looking for that home run pass every time, and or the Hail Mary pass every time. And Collinsville doing a good job of reading it and just taking it right out of their hands.
Oh, and not a good decision there. Turnover.
Missed three-point attempt by Schultz. Stuckey tries to tip in, missed it. Another offensive rebound by Lincecum. Then Burdett gets an offensive board, puts it up, and she's fouled, so she'll go to the free throw line.
And that foul was called on Dakota Jefferson, and that's her fourth foul, fifth team foul for the Cardinals.
So really don't want to pick up that next foul. Skytook will be in the double, or will be in the 1-and-1 opportunity if on Collinsville's next foul. Bearden checks back into the game. Stuckey's going to go to the bench. Burdett's second free throw is in. Maddie Vaughn will inbound against the press. Gets it to Salisbury. She's trapped. Over to Dakota Jefferson. Back to the middle to Odell. She's got a 2-on-1. Pulls up with the jumper. It's short. And the ball go out of bounds off Dakota Jefferson last. Nice hustle there by Jefferson, though, to try to get the rebound. It's getting interesting here. The
4
Cardinals
minutes
do have a
left,
10
and
lead, though.
Cardinals do have a 10-point lead, but And they are going to call a timeout just before she got called.
For the 5
For
seconds.
the 5 seconds. It was getting close to it, and I think the coach realized it. Skytubes head coach Brad Cantrell is a Collinsville graduate. There's been a couple of teams we've played this year that have had Collinsville alumni as their coaches.
So he went to the dark side, huh?
He did. His dad was the Wilson Elementary principal for years. He was my principal when I went to Wilson Elementary.
Oh, wow.
His dad was, and then of course his kids all went to school in Collinsville, and he has a family of teachers.
Yeah, we know how that goes, don't
Yes.
we? Seems like it does run in the family. How
Cardinals
many in
putting-
yours are teachers? How many people in yours?
There's 4 of us that are.
My mom, my dad, my sister, my stepmom, aunts, uncles. It's like hereditary or something.
Yes.
All right, back to the game. Lady
Dakota
Cardinals.
Jefferson is back in the game with 4 fouls still, but they need to keep her in the game as long as they can, unless she does foul out.
Skytook breaks the press. Schultz with the ball, sets up the offense. Burdett penetrates, tries to shoot over the
That
Vaughn
was great
sisters.
defense. No foul called. Mallory and Maddie both. There was no way she was going to get that ball out.
You got like 6 foot guarding you and 6'4" guarding you with their arms extended. Left-handed hook by Maddie, no good. Skytook with the fast break. Schollenberger gets the layup to go. That's kind of the danger of taking a quick
Right.
shot in the offense like Lady Cardinals just did. Might be best to pull the ball out, take some time off the clock, run some offense. There's only 3 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Ball goes inside to Mallory Vaughn, and that's the kind of shot you want to see. Mallory Vaughn puts it in off the assist from her sister. Lead goes back to 10 points for the Lady Cardinals, and the press is in force. Bearden beats Salisbury off the left. Bearden passes to Schollenberger, puts up the jumper, no good. Salisbury tips the ball over, and it'll be a jump ball. This time goes to Skytook. Caroline Salee checks in for Maddie Vaughn, and Stuckey checks in for Courtney Linscomb for this offensive possession here. Skytook coach Cantrell, you said, right? Cantrell?
Yes.
He's also going offense for defense with the Stuckey-Linscomb matchup like Coach Campbell was doing in the first half with Kickapoo and Mallory Vaughn. So a timeout here from Skytook. Skytook's only got one more timeout in the game with under 3 minutes to go here. Collinsville has 2 remaining timeouts and a 10-point lead.
Skytook Collinsville's only conference loss was to Claremore the first game of the season, and Skytook beat them last week, and so that put the Cardinals in the first place in the conference because of that, providing that we beat Claremore, of course, when we played them. But as of right now, the standings, the Lady Cards are in first place in the conference.
I thought it was a little bit ironic that in Coach Campbell's first conference game as the Collinsville head coach,
That it was
he
his
played
team, yes.
at Claremore, the team he's coached for probably 20-plus
Right,
years, maybe
and
even 30.
I really think that, that had a little bit to do with our loss because the girls wanted that win so bad for him. I think they were
Yeah.
so nervous. I talked to a couple of them after the game, and they just talked about their nerves, and it was their first game, and a lot of them their first varsity start.
Yeah,
And, of course, Mallory, her first varsity game.
yes.
And I think it's going to be a different game when we play Claremore next week, which
Taylor-
is Tuesday.
Odell in a bit of trouble, needs to get past that timeline, and Skytook bails her out with a foul there.
That's going to get called on
I think,
number
was it 3?
10.
Oh, okay.
They called it on number 10. I didn't think she was over
Yeah.
there, but I guess.
Called it on Charity Burdett, only her second. Odell kicks to Jefferson. Lady Cardinals going to run some offense here, make sure they get the shot they want. Odell going to dribble back out. She's dead. Got to get somebody to pass to. Finds Salisbury, who's guarded by the freshman Schultz. Caroline Salee into the game here for the Lady Cardinals. Good ball handler is Salee. And another foul against Skytook. This will be their 6th team foul. It's Schultz that picks it up. So on the next foul, the Lady Cardinals will go to the free throw line. Maddie Vaughn checks back in for Caroline Salee. So Salisbury gets the ball to Odell. Sky took in a full man-to-man defense now. Had to get out of that zone with the big deficit and the little bit of time. Odell has the penetration, gets it to Mallory Vaughn, puts a shot up, no good. Maddie Vaughn has a chance at the rebound. She gets it, she's trapped, and there's that 7th foul. So Maddie Vaughn will go to the free throw line here for a 1-and-1 attempt. Really good job there by Vaughn to secure the offensive rebound. Vaughn gets the first free throw with 1:40 to go and an 11-point lead.
Right, and Maddie Vaughn
Seems
is an
pretty
excellent
secure.
free throw shooter. She is shooting about 74% right now on the season on her free throws, so that's not a good one for Skytook to be fouling for sure.
All right, so the lead is back to 12. That's the biggest lead of the game for the Cardinals, or ties the biggest lead of the game for the Cardinals. Like I said earlier, the last thing you want to do is foul. When you have a big lead like this and time is short, you don't want to foul. Don't want to give a team the opportunity to score without any
Right.
time going off the clock. So Cardinals here just kind of in like a prevent D. Don't want to
Good
foul.
defense by Sawyer Salisbury there.
Stuckey picked up her dribble. Bearden with a nice drive and a kick to Burdett, who was fouled, I believe, by Salisbury on the layup attempt. So Burdett will go to the free throw line. She'll have 2 attempts here. First one was hard, but still banks in. Second one, no good. Good block
Good
out.
rebound. Good rebound by Maddie Vaughn.
Taylor Odell guarded by Schultz. Good handle there by Odell, but a bad pass. And a quick foul by Salisbury means Burdett's going back to the free throw line. And Salisbury's 4th foul. One and one attempt. Mallory Vaughn gets the rebound, and it was, again, a missed shot there by Burdett. Quick foul there on Schultz.
So now we're seeing some intentional fouling just to try to get the ball back. The Skytook Bulldogs, but being down.
They're down by 9. We've got about 54 seconds to go. Like I said, as long as the Lady Cardinals don't foul, they should be okay.
Right.
And that's no good there by Sawyer Salisbury, so the lead remains 9. Schultz with the ball. Burdett got away with the travel there, I believe. Now Stuckey with the ball. She double dribbles.
She
This is an
looked like a walk
interesting-
to me right there.
Either way, a turnover on the shot as it is an air ball. So Odell will inbound for the Lady Cardinals. Looking for someone to get the ball to, gets it to Salisbury. And the quick foul here by Skytook with 31 seconds to go in the game. So Salisbury will go back to the line for a 1-and-1 attempt.
So I didn't watch the entire game the last time Skytook and Collinsville played on the men's side. I know they have a really good player. I know Skytook has a guy that really can shoot lights out.
The boys' game. Are you talking about the boys' game? Yeah. We won in overtime in that game. It was crazy. So it is going to be a good matchup. The second half of this is going to be against the boys, and it's going to be crazy.
So make sure you stick here with us. Taylor Odell attempting the foul. That should have been a foul against Schultz all the way as she grabbed Odell to prevent her from getting the ball. No harm done against the Lady Cardinals as time ticks off, and Skytook will have to set their offense from three-quarter court. Lady Cardinals just need to play the Toro defense here. Just let them go by you, just like that. Because it doesn't hurt you, clock ticks.
11 points up.
Skytook needs to not foul.
Lady Cards beat Skytook at home at Skytook by 12 points. It's an 11-point lead now, so pretty much the same game.
And that'll do it. Lady Cardinals do get the victory. Not a high-scoring affair, but a solid win nonetheless. Lady Cardinals win 39-28. Leading scorer in the game, I believe, Mallory Bond with 14. Taylor Odell had 13, so neck and neck again, like you had said. And that'll be the end of the first game here in tonight's matchup. And we'll be back in a brief moment. We'll go to commercial, and we'll be back with the boys warm-up and a little bit of the kind of a pregame talk on the boys matchup.
Drive down Route 66 and see the Meltons.
Well, ain't that something?
It's here, where the entire Melton family changed the negative dealership drama.
Forever.
This is a showroom. Yep, that's a pool table.
These are the salespeople. Yep, there are none.
Unlocked cars? Yep, even on Sundays. Granddad paid off the building. Yep, we sell cars for fun.
Translation, car buying can be a negative experience, so we changed it. You're welcome.
Melton Sales on Route 66 in Claremore. Jump on it.
Can I get a ham and Swiss sandwich with extra cheese, please?
All right, the Lady Cardinals beat the Skytook Lady Bulldogs in an 11-point victory, or 12-point victory. Which was it? I already forgot.
11 points.
11-point victory there in the first game of our doubleheader. Nice job by the Lady Cardinals, securing the win.
And really securing first place in the conference with that win, since Skytook did beat Claremore. I believe that does put us in first place. Lady Cards are ranked 5th in the state. They're having an excellent season, only losing one conference game. The other 4 losses have come from 2 tournaments, one at a Bartlesville, which was an all 6A tournament, and then in that really strong prior tournament of champions against those 2 teams. And so Lady Cards showing some success this year. Hopefully they'll finish out with the same amount of success. One thing I want to announce for those who are listening who are out of town, the Lady Cards are doing something a little different this year with homecoming, which is February 14th. We're going to do an alumni night, and so all former Collinsville High School basketball players will be honored at halftime of the girls basketball game, and then a Lifetime Achievement Award is going to be presented to Coach Howard Ray and Blackie Henshaw, who are longtime coaches of the Cardinals, which used to be called the Cardettes back when they coached. So they're going to call this a Cardette and Lady Cardinal reunion. So they are inviting all former basketball players from all years to join them. And if you would like to pre-order a T-shirt that's going to say "Always a Cardinal," you can do that. If you would like to go to www.cvilleok.com, he has all the information on there of where to contact to order that shirt and some more information on the times. During that, I also want to note that the homecoming is going to be a little different this year. The homecoming will begin at 5:45, and then the boys will play at 6 o'clock that night, and then the girls' game will play at 7:30. Halftime of the girls' game around 8 o'clock, 8:15, is going to be the ceremony to honor the coaches and the former players.
All right,
So
so a
that's
lot
gonna
to
be a
look
fun
forward
night.
to on that evening. Now, the Cardinals' next matchup, like you mentioned earlier, is against Claremore.
Yes, and that is
on, the
next
4th.
Tuesday, and it is a home game. We play Claremore at their house the first game, so we're real excited. That's going to be a big game for the girls. They're going to want to give it their all and win that game.
And a big game, back to what you talked about earlier, for conference positioning.
Right, to really secure
Yeah.
that conference first place.
All right, folks. Well, before we begin the boys' game, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back in about 5 minutes for the tip-off.